So I've been wanting to make this tutorial for a little while just because we should obviously normalize makeup on any gender, and maybe I should look into the camera. I wanted to show people who want to look masculine but also cover up acne or dark circles or whatever. I identify as male, but I feel a lot more confident when I have my under eyes covered up, because otherwise people are always like, why do you look so tired? It's because I am tired. I just feel better when like my skin looks like it has a healthy glow. I've been having bad acne like my whole life. Not so much when I was a teenager, but like more so college and onwards. It hasn't really gotten worse since starting testosterone, but I still have problems with it. And when I remember to have a good skincare routine, it like seems to be getting better little by little. I can do a separate video on that. But if you want to do something really, really simple, I will show you how. Also, I have very dry skin, and I feel like I finally found a foundation that doesn't just feel like it's drying my skin out even more. So there's a plus. If you have dry skin, you might like this. Nothing is sponsored. It's not like I'm famous. Look at my nails. It's like black and white confetti. The first thing that I use is Milani Prime Correct. Gosh, you really can't read that on here, can you? Milani Prime Correct Face Primer. It says it corrects redness. I don't know if it actually does. I can't really tell. I feel like I definitely need primer because I have big pores on my face and I kind of want them to fill in, and I want to make sure that my makeup stays on all day because I tend to touch my face. So I put it under my eyes and on my cheeks and basically anywhere that I know I'm gonna have concealer and foundation. A lot of people will say not to use your hands when you put on makeup, but if your hands are clean, why does it matter? I'm looking at my computer screen, not a mirror. That's why I keep looking down. I have no idea how much this costs because I tend to get stuff from like beauty discount stores or like just, you know, not like TJ Maxx specifically, but stores like that where they have products that are usually way more expensive in other places. Once that dries a little bit, I use, hello Rory. Again, you can't see it. I don't know why I'm doing this. Revlon Color Stay Skin Awaken 5-in-1 concealer. It's got like a built-in puff thing. I just put this on anywhere that's got like a really dark spot. And I hardly ever need to actually like squeeze this to get more. I do under my eyes. You shouldn't stress about covering every tiny little thing on your face unless you want to. I think that it's good to hide all of the temporary imperfections on yourself, just because, you know, that's not necessarily a part of your facial features. It's just like a scar or a zit or something. I put some on my nose because by the time the rest of this gets blended in, my nose looks really like pink and dark. It's actually really good lighting today. Because I have really dry skin, I've been trying a lot of different hydrating foundations, and this one seems to be the first one that like feels nice and moisturizing when I put it on my skin. I don't know what ingredients are necessarily hydrating about this, but I personally like it. It's CoverGirl True Blend Hydrating Foundation. Some blobs on my face, and then with a makeup sponge or your fingers, just spread it around. I think it's always good to look at yourself in natural light before you go out, because you look very different in natural lighting compared to like bathroom mirror warm lighting. Or like my room, for example, has very warm lighting, but I'm sitting in front of a window right here, so I have really good natural light and I can kind of see what I'll look like outside. You definitely see more details of your face when you're outside. You shouldn't feel more self-conscious watching videos like this. It's really just to help you feel fresher and more awake. And I feel like I look healthier when I wear concealer and foundation. And if anybody gives you a hard time about being a guy and wearing makeup, that's not worth stressing over. You can do whatever you want. I kind of want to put like a little more concealer. So for my eyebrows, I like this one. It's Revlon Color Stay Brow Fiber Filler Brow Gel. It's got little fibers on it, which are kind of cool. You don't want to push because then you'll just smush it onto your skin, but you want to just brush through the hairs. Go in the natural direction of your brows. If I want them to be like extra fluffy, then I'll kind of push them upwards more. Like they right here grow outwards, but I'm gonna push them up a little bit just to like kind of fluff them. You can see a difference already, but this side of my face already like droops down, because when I was a teenager I had Bell's palsy, so like this half of my face is kind of droopy, so I want this to be up a little higher, so I'm gonna fluff this one extra. Alright, now for the other side. I don't really have a problem with it currently, but occasionally when I'm really stressed and I'm just kind of spacing out, like at my computer or wherever, I'll pull at my eyebrows. So this side has like grown back pretty much, but a while ago I had like a lot missing in here and it's still kind of uneven. I would not recommend pulling your hair out when you're stressed. Depending on how they look, I'll go in and fill this in with like a little bit of eyeliner or brow pencil. When I am looking up how to do something on YouTube, I look at a ton of videos. It doesn't matter if something has been done before. It doesn't matter if there's already 10,000 tutorials on the same thing. I think that it's helpful to see a lot of different perspectives. I just wanted to share what worked for me because I took so long to try. Like, I've been trying to make myself look masculine and wear makeup at the same time for quite a while, like since college, and that was a while ago. The last thing to do is to set your makeup. I used to use this Revlon Color Stay pressed powder, translucent. It works well, especially if you want to like put extra concealer on. Like if you have super dark circles one day, you could put a little bit of this under your eyes to set that layer and then put another little layer of concealer. Just make sure you blend it really well so you don't get creases. Right before I go into work, I look in my car mirror and I just make sure there's no creases and just smooth it out if there happen to be any. But this was really drying on my skin, and then I felt like you could just see all these tiny flakes around where acne scars were like healing. I use this CoverGirl Look Lockup All Day Setting Mist. I honestly don't even know if it does anything, but I feel like at the end of a long day of teaching, I still look decent. I'm like running all over the place all the time. I've been sweating now that it's summer, except for today, because today it's like 65. Mist your face. It feels very refreshing. Occasionally, I will use an eyelash curler because it just makes your eyes look brighter and more open, it might make your eyelashes look prettier. So if you don't want to look pretty and have pretty eyelashes, then don't do it. But I occasionally do that because it makes my eyes look more open. The last little optional thing you can do, I think that if you contour too much, it looks like you're just wearing, I don't know, like stage makeup. And a lot of masculine contouring videos on YouTube seem to be like, I don't know, like there's so much of it, it's really noticeable. And I'm not saying that it doesn't look good, because it definitely does, but I feel like every time I try that, it doesn't look right on my face. It makes me look like I'm like a painting or something. I don't know. I'm going to use another one of these little puff guys, and I have this elf. Man, everything looks really gross on the screen. I go into like a medium brownish color, like one of these. They're kind of similar. And then I very lightly tap it along my cheekbone. Probably more than I would put normally. I got a little carried away because it's fun. Just bring it down to where your cheekbone starts curving. We don't want to make our cheeks look rounder. We just want to make everything go inwards. And again, this is masculinizing contour. So we want to make things look more angular instead of soft and round. And I have a very soft and round face. So it's just a little bit, but I think it helps my face look less like just one round white golf ball. Darkening just in here, like in your eye socket, makes you look a little more masculine. Another thing that I used to do is I would fill in my eyebrow below it a little bit, and it would make my brows look thicker and make the brow line look lower, or the brow bone, I guess. And don't do too much, and you can kind of feel like where that curve is right here. Blend. It's definitely hard though to figure out the perfect balance between makeup looking natural and looking like you're putting on costume makeup. It's really hard because it's easy to overdo it because you want to look as, in this case, masculine as possible. So you put a ton of contour on. Even this feels like a little much for me. I'm still not super happy with how my brows look today. I know that I genuinely don't look that different from when I started, but just hiding stuff a little bit, I think, does something for my confidence. Just hiding some of those acne scars and making myself look more awake. We're all thinking about our flaws way more than other people are, honestly. Maybelline Tattoo Studio. It's a long wear brow pencil. This one's in deep brown. Do not get black if your hair is not pure black. That was one of my mistakes in the beginning of doing my eyebrows. I would just use black because I was like, oh, my eyebrows are really dark and I want them to be really like thick looking and match the darkest parts of my hair. And at the time I didn't even have this hair, but I had like black and red, I think. I wanted my eyebrows to match my hair. So while I'm doing my eyebrows, I'm heating up my hair straightener. It's just a little tiny one that I've had forever. This also comes with a nice little fluffy thing. This kind of makeup is going to look good in pictures, but again, in natural lighting, of course, you're going to still see the texture of your skin. Like, skin just has texture, and that's fine. The important thing is that I don't look sick anymore. Very lightly make a little line. It's so light. You're not drawing a line, you're just kind of darkening that area there. I feel like with this one you have to push really hard. But maybe that's a good thing, because otherwise you might get too much. Since this part is so low and I don't really want to like pluck this out, hopefully this area will grow in again eventually. But I'm going to try to fill in from here to there and make it look as natural as possible. It is hard for me to see. Alright, I think that's a little better. And if you want it to look even more symmetrical, just look at all the points that are different. Like, this is not perfect, but I tried to make them the same shape. This brow points a little bit more up here, so I can kind of fake that over here if I want to. And it'll also help this one look more lifted. So it's right here, my hair goes up and then goes down. It goes up and then down. So I can try to make that point on this side too. Normally I do this in like 5 minutes. I don't know why it's taking me so long. Again, I have kind of uneven eyebrows just because I've like pulled the hair out in the past, and that's probably part of the reason why I went through a phase of like making my eyebrows look too cartoony, which is a style, but it wasn't what I was going for. But they were like way too drawn on looking and just solid black because I had like no hair here and here. But I think it's looking better. All right, so now for my hair. So for the top half, the blonde half, I like it all to go down. And then for the bottom half, I want it to kind of flip out. I decided to do this hairstyle because I couldn't decide between long hair and short hair. I know that short hair on me, like if I clip it up, short hair on me looks way more masculine, but I really like the look of long, not long, but like medium, layered, shaggy hair. Not quite a mullet, but like just very layered, like wolf cuts on guys, I think are so cool looking. And it definitely doesn't help me look masculine, but you know, for pictures, if I wanted to have short looking hair, I can just clip up the bottom layers in the back. But again, that's really just for pictures. It's already styled, but basically what I do is I blow dry my hair under like this with a curly brush, and then I blow it back so it all kind of falls, like it goes up and then back. And then for the bottom layers, I'm gonna separate it a little bit, just like the black is like the whole bottom under here, and I just took some of it and pinned it up. My hair tends to just get like extremely messy because it's straight, but then it gets dense in it and it doesn't look like a natural wave. It just looks like I slept on it funny. So I'm turning it to kind of curl it away from me, and this will relax a little bit, but I just want to get all the hair going in the same direction. And I'm gonna let down the rest of the back and bottom section. And I I want it to basically to about here. I want it to go under, so I'm going to curve it like that. And then the stuff down here is going to flip out. So I do it by feel, and then I look in the mirror. And I'll hold another mirror behind me just to make sure that the back looks good. But like I can feel these layers are shorter, so I want them to go under. And if they feel like they're not going in the right direction, I'll fix it. I don't really know how to describe my haircut. It looks like this. But yeah, again, I'll take a mirror and I'll hold it back here and I'll make sure that the part looks okay, because this sometimes goes in the wrong direction. I want like layers that if you brush it, this is all gonna just be one smooth thing and it's not gonna look very nice. So I like to fluff it. My hair, I guess it's a tiny bit greasy right here. So I have this dry shampoo that's made from plant stuff, and I can't remember what the brand is. Sometimes I use that, but I don't like the smell. Perfect. If you like my shirt, you can buy it on Teespring. So I hope this was a helpful tutorial if you want to look awake and fresh, but also still masculine and not like you're wearing too much makeup. So I hope this helped. Let me know if you want to know anything else about skincare for terrible acne and dry skin, or I don't know, hair stuff. Okay, bye-bye.